Last time,
our heroes made it across the ravine. At the top of the mountain, they defeated the guards in the guard tower, and now they must prepare to go to the other side of the mountain to face the giant Zelane and hopefully find a way home.
Where does a snowman keep his money? In a snowbank.
Dungeons and Dragons and Daughters.
so we have a couple of more 5-star reviews to address since the last time that we got together. The first one is from Uncle Fred 0077, titled Mage Hand. Guys, I can't tell you how much I enjoy this podcast. I've listened to a lot of D&D podcast hours, and this is without exception the most adorable. The girls stay on task better than some unnamed podcasters do that are adults. I can't wait to see what's in store for the future. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Uncle Fred 0077. We also got another one from Ironwood Man titled Thank You, 5 stars. For a while now, I've been wondering how long I should wait to get my kids 7 and 10 playing D&D. Now we just need to convince Mom to be their third member to get their little brother 4 in on the game. I love hearing the girls enjoy and live in the story of the world, discover its secrets, and just have fun sharing their play with us all. Thank you, Ironwood Man. Ironwood Man, thank you. All right. Well, let's just jump into it. So, welcome everyone to another phenomenal episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Daughters. I am Kurt, Daddy the Dungeon Master, and to my left we have
Sam, who I play Mimi the elf, and to my left is
Birdie, who plays Galaxy and definitely is not a nerd because she doesn't have glasses and braces.
Well, just because you have glasses and braces doesn't mean that
I
you're a
already
nerd.
have Velcro shoes.
It's like it's what's on the inside that makes you a nerd, not what's on the outside.
But she feels like a nerd inside. Bum, 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 bum.
And we have a special guest player with us today.
And
Neil.
to my left is...
Way left. Thousands of miles to the left of you.
I thought it was... is Surfer Boy.
Neil is coming to us all the way from California. We are in Minnesota, so yeah, literally thousands of miles away. So excited to have him here. Neil, you participate and are a part of so many different podcasts and shows and things with D&D and games in general. Can you just give us a little bit of a taste of all the stuff that you have going on right now?
Yes, we are all part of the Block Party Podcast Network, of course, and on there you can hear my dulcet tones on the Dungeon Master's Block or DMnastics, and I am the producer for Whelmed, the Young Justice Files, and I edit a lot of other things. Yes, too many to count, but so we'll stick with that.
But I feel like I should still give a disclaimer for everyone listening that we're trying a little bit of a different technical setup to get Neil's side of this recorded. We've got some other equipment that's here. I've had to do some changes with my computer, so my apologies if the audio quality takes a dip or sounds a little off with this particular episode. Trying some new things out, trying to grow, trying to get better at this whole podcasting thing, and we're bound to make mistakes along the way. All right, so let's play some Dungeons and Dragons, huh?
Yeah.
Woo!
Why can't we play Minecraft?
No, we're not gonna play
Or the
Minecraft.
Nintendo.
Girls. So we're getting to this right after Christmas. All right, well let's just jump right into it then. So the girls, Mimi, Galaxy, Dave, and Jed, you got across the ravine. You got into the guard tower that was covered in ice and snow on the other side of the mountain. Yes, you had some interesting interactions with the 2 dragonborn guards that were in the tower. So I hope you kept track of your spell slots because you used up some of your spell slots and you used up all of your animal shape. Galaxy,
I'm still a bunny.
I think. Are you still a bunny? No, you changed back into an elf last time. Galaxy, I'm sorry, I mixed up your spell cards, so you get the opportunity to repick your spells again for this adventure.
I
So
just mixed mine up.
that's fine. Well, you get all of yours anyway. That's just the way the numbers worked out with it. So you don't have to pick yours like what Galaxy does.
Can I actually not pick mine? Can I just
You
pick
got to pick them out because it's crucial in this game to know what spells you have on hand. So remember, you pick out all your cantrips, and then I think it's
get
10
11.
spells. Is it 11?
11?
It's 11 now?
Right there.
Okay. All right. So then where we had left off is that Dave had just saved the life of the one dragonborn soldier that he had, almost killed. He stopped him from dying. And then there was the other dragonborn soldier that ran out of the tower screaming because he was deathly afraid of Galaxy because of the fear spell that she had cast on him. And just as a recap for probably more for the girls than Neil, because their retention of what we do from adventure to adventure is not great. Is that we were going to the other side of the mountain to break into Zelane's treasure room, or we were going to confront Zelane. We weren't quite sure. It was a little vague on the details, but we were told that Zelane probably has some powerful magical items that would help you get home, and that's the reason why we're going over to the other side of the mountain. Does that make sense?
Sorry, what?
It's okay. We'll fill you in on the way. So that's where we're picking back up, is that you're still in the tower up at the very top of the mountains, but you are now on the other side of the ravine. So
Can we sleep?
you want to take a long rest?
Yeah.
Or a short rest? Is that what we want to do?
Yeah. I'm too lazy for this job.
Is there a way to close the bridge from the other side?
Yes. It's the. You had actually saw this last time, is that when you first encountered the Dragonborn soldiers, they had pushed the handle to the contraption in the opposite direction, and that actually started closing the bridge.
It's all the way downstairs.
So Neil, as Dave, so do you want to go down to the first floor and take a look at the contraption?
No.
I'm terrified to go alone, but Dave is kind of dumb. Last time I heard,
Well,
kind of dumb, kind of smart.
Well, he's a halfling too. He is innately brave.
True. Okay, Dave's gonna do it. Dave's gonna go down and start closing the bridge.
Okay. So you head down to the couple flights of stairs. Because I believe that you were all on the fourth floor, right?
Yeah,
right below the top of the tower to the parapet.
Uh-huh.
And so you go down the 3 floors and you come to the large metal handle that's there, and you just need to be able to push it up into the up position, and that will withdraw the drawbridge. But from what you remember before, every time it got moved into a different position, you'd hear the clunk, 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 the really loud noise of the mechanics and gears engaging with themselves. And you remember that it did reverberate throughout the tower, and it could be heard from a long ways away.
I don't think we should close it, because when we're getting chased back by the monster, if we need the
Well,
the
did you
bridge.
go with Dave to be by the lever that you could tell him this?
Sure.
Okay. So Galaxy came with you.
And I said what I just said.
Galaxy, you think there's a monster ahead?
Yeah, the big thing that makes the dragonborns,
The fire giant?
Yeah, the
Zelane.
fire giant. Yeah, Zelane.
Okay.
Zelane.
Fine. We'll leave the bridge up.
Yeah.
But what if they chase us from behind?
Then we'll close the bridge. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting
Dave
into that.
accepts this logic.
I'm very smart about my thinking. So am I, because I'm a bunny. Yeah.
So to add some more detail of the situation that you're in right now is that you are in you are in enemy territory right now of the Dragonborn, and you are in one of their guard towers, and you know that at least one guard ran away and knows that you're here. And this guard tower is not the way to get into the other side of the mountain. The only thing that this tower was for was to guard the bridge to get across. So you still have further to go into the mountain and find some other way to go down into the other side of the mountain.
Jed, is there possibly any way we can just forget about this all nonsense? Let's go home.
We live in this guard tower now.
I'm home.
So Jed says, if you allow me, I can lead you to the entrance.
Yes. Wait, Jed, one more question. Which way's the mountain?
We are on the mountain.
Let's go further in the mountain.
So if you want to follow him, so he'll start tramping off into the snow.
I do that.
Okay. So he starts heading east, and he starts going down the best looking path that's available. And Mimi Galaxy, can you each roll me a perception check?
Perception, my specialty. I have +6 for perception. I got a 14.
14? Okay. Spit it out. What'd you get?
It dropped in my hand.
Yeah, it's supposed to. You got a 1? Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, my precipitation.
Dave, why don't you give me do a perception check for me as well?
Okay. Dave rolled well and got 20.
20. Okay.
Natural?
No, unnatural.
So as you're walking along in the snow, Dave, you're the only one that seems to notice this, but you do see that there is a fresh pair of tracks that seems to be running ahead of you. And you surmise that this is that other guard that ran away from the tower in fear.
Oh no.
What is it? Surfer
Wait.
boy.
Did we watch them go this way?
You only saw the dragonborn run from the tower.
From me.
Actually, well, Jed would have seen them run away.
Jed,
Jed might have seen which direction that they went in.
Jed, tell us. We'll steal away your
Okay, so just to be
kitchen
clear,
allowance.
you two don't notice the footprints. It's only Dave that notices the footprints.
What did you
So,
see?
okay, we'll say yes. Jed says that yes, that dragonborn did run in this direction.
Which way?
He's running towards the door.
Which way? Where?
East.
The way we're going. He's in front of us. We should hurry so that I don't know. I'm afraid now he'll close it behind him.
You still have your ponies with you, too, by the way.
Let's ride Tiny Ginger as a sloth. Run into the sunset. Like
All right, so you hurry, you ride ahead, and unless there's Neil, I'm sorry, was there something that you wanted to say?
Oh no, does Jed have a pony too? I mean, I have Pony Amaretto, aka Booze Hound. So
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yep. No, Jed does not have a pony.
Wait,
Nope.
Jed?
So the three of you would actually end up riding ahead of him. He would not be able to keep up.
Jen, you're going to sit on Surfer Boy. Okay, you're going to sit on Surfer Boy, okay?
The Jed is on Dave? You want Jed to sit on Dave?
Yes.
Or do you mean on Dave's pony?
No, a Dave.
Just no, that's no.
Neither of us would be okay with
Fine,
that.
on Dave's pony.
Jed's a little big for a pony.
He's not.
He's over 7 feet tall. He's like 300. He's almost 300 pounds.
Damn, turn into an elephant. Fine, I'll turn into...
You can't turn into any more animals. You've used up that ability
I-
because you wanted to be a bunny so bad.
Sam, you didn't need to become a bunny. Or a bear. You hardly did anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, no, I'm going to speak with animals and tell an elephant to come and have Jed ride on him.
But you can only,
Done and done.
you can only speak with the animals that are there.
Oh, fine.
So you could try and speak with Amaretto if you wanted to.
Hey, Amaretto.
Is that what you're gonna cast speak with animals?
No. No, I have a different plan.
Well, I'm gonna keep things moving along because this is taking too long. And you're in a hurry. You're trying to chase down this other soldier.
Where's my death spell? I want
my duck spell. I'm going to send a giant elephant so Jed can ride on the giant elephant.
So you're talking about summon animals, or
Yes.
is it
My duck spell.
is it summon animals? What's the name of the spell?
I don't know.
It might be summon creature. Conjure animals.
Conjure animals.
It
Thank
was
you.
right on top.
Well, I did not know it was called conjure animal.
For real, it was right on top.
Okay. So you could technically conjure a horse for Jed to
A
ride.
big fat one.
Yeah, you could
No.
conjure a Clydesdale horse that would easily be able to fit him.
Hippopotamus.
You want to conjure a hippopotamus?
Let's do it.
Hippopotamuses are not. Oh, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Oh, a hippopotamus will do.
But it is a noble battle hippo that Jed will ride.
Yes. The hippos are fierce creatures.
Can
So
you
yes,
do a hippopotamus?
yes, we could do a hippopotamus.
Why
Okay.
not a giant snail?
So everyone gets on their ponies and starts riding,
idea.
and Jed puts his hands up in the air with this gesture, like, "What am I supposed to do?"
And then I cast.
Then you wave your hands behind you, and suddenly there's this giant gray hippopotamus
Voila!
right next to Jed.
And I yell, "Climb on him! He's friendly."
What's his name?
All right, let's see.
His name is Friendly.
His name is Friendly the hippopotamus.
Quotation marks.
Okay, so you ride ahead, and you look back, and you see Jed trying to get on top of the hippopotamus, and he falls over the side of
Then
the
I
hippopotamus.
cast a big horse.
You would have to cast the spell again. Would you like to use another spell slot for that?
But the hippopotamus is following me.
Okay. So, well, actually, no. The hippopotamus, this is a concentration spell. So the hippopotamus would disappear, and then the Clydesdale horse would appear in its place.
Okay.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, the Clydesdale horse. Guess what his name is?
What?
Clyde.
All right. So you ride away further, and then all of a sudden, Clyde appears next to Jed. And this time,
Jinx,
Jed is
you
able to
got
get
that.
up on Clyde's back, no problem. And
Don't
And then
say her name.
And then I yell back.
I jinxed you. You're not supposed to talk or there's cause.
No, we can't play that
Then-
Jinx game in an audio medium like this.
Then I yell out to Jed, "You can climb on Kyle, but you can't climb on hippopotamus." Hippo.
Okay.
Hippo.
So, all right. So you ride along, and
Hippo the hippo.
and you get to a door very similar to the door that you left from the other side of the mountain. The biggest difference is that this one is actually closed. So this is a huge door. It's about 30 feet across and only about 6 feet high. So it looks like it's a door that was built to march out legions of dwarves walking out of this wide but rather short exit or entrance into the mountain.
March.
And
we go,
like the
march.
previous door, this door is depicted with murals and sculptures of dwarves fighting other dwarves.
Wait, is Dave a dwarf?
No, Dave is a halfling,
Dang, I wish he was a dwarf.
not a
Nope.
dwarf. So you're at this closed door now, and you can see in the distance that Jed is starting to catch up on Clyde, but he's still a little ways behind you.
Is Friendly? Did Friendly? Oh no, Friendly went away.
Yeah,
Okay.
look.
the hippo went away.
Oh.
Hobo.
How about Happy the hippopotamus? Hobo the hippopotamus?
Popo.
Okay.
Popo the hobo.
No.
Can Dave listen to the door?
Sure.
No.
Why don't you roll an investigation for me?
Oh, Dave's not good at this. Oh, Dave got a 0 because I rolled a 1 and I have a -1, so I have a total of 0.
Okay. So you hear nothing at the door.
Then
It's
I listen.
nothing but stony silence.
Or in general, Dave might be deaf now. We're not sure.
Then I listen.
Okay, but you roll an investigation for me as
Oh,
well.
an investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing investigation. Okay. I get an 18.
An 18?
These dice are cool.
You got an 18. All right.
There's nothing there. I don't know what you're doing.
Can I do it too?
If you want, so you see Dave put his ear to the.
Let me do one too. Show him the dice.
We got to hold it in front of the camera. They got new metal dice for
Ooh,
Christmas.
Oh, I love those.
And they really do make a thunk when you roll them. I do have to say though that God help you if you ever lose the four-sider and you step on this metal jagged life ruining die.
Yes.
It's worse than a Lego.
Way worse than a Lego.
It's part of my body now.
Oh, Dad, I rolled a 23. I won.
So you got an 18 with your investigation. Galaxy got a 23. So Mimi, when you stick your ear against the door, you do hear some like rumblings from far away. It's hard to tell what exactly it is. It's like every now and again there might be a thumping or like a scraping, but it doesn't sound like it's directly on the other side of the door. It sounds like it's coming from deeper down in the mountain. Now, Galaxy, when you went up, you didn't hear. You're not hearing any of this, but one thing, when you started to put your ear against the door, you look down and you see foot tracks that look like that they're running back and forth in front of the door. Almost as if someone got there and ran to their left and then ran to their right and back to the left and right again, trying to decide what it is that they were supposed to do. And then it looks like that maybe they kind of like tried to scuttle their footprints a little bit, trying to hide a little bit of what direction that they went in. But you think that whoever was here, it does look like they went off to the left of the door. It looks like they tried to stay on the stone where the snow hadn't fallen, but you could see a couple of scuff marks in the snow that shows that someone had walked that way recently. Galaxy, what is it that you want to do when you notice this?
I'm going to the left.
Okay. Are you going to tell anybody else why you're going to the left?
No.
Okay, so all right, so the rest of you see Galaxy just wander off to the left.
I follow her and then I go in front and say, "You guys are following me because I'm your leader."
Galaxy, could you roll another investigation check for me?
Okay, it's probably gonna be terrible. Same thing, for real.
What, a 23?
Ba-dum.
Okay, that's really good.
I rolled a 17 again.
So you go off to the left and you keep following the footprints, and that's when you find a small trail, a break in the rocky surface that looks like it's just big enough for someone to turn sideways and squeeze through.
I'll squeeze.
And you can see that the footprints lead into this open area.
I go in. The tiny squeeze area.
All right. All right,
Yeah.
Galaxy, you squeeze in, and that's when you see the other red dragonborn soldier crouched down in the corner with his hands over his head.
He's still in fear.
You can't tell. It's like enough. How long does the fear spell last for, actually?
Let me take a look.
And let me. I can look it up here too.
No, I'm gonna be faster.
You can do it faster. Let's see who can be faster at this.
Da-na-na-da-da.
Concentration up to a minute.
No, it doesn't say that. It says up to a minute.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Direction.
I said
not-
concentration up to
it's
1 minute.
direction.
Okay. Tomato. So, no, he would. Well, he looks like that he's crouched down in fear, but you know that your spell would have worn off by now. So he's scared, but he's not scared because of your magic.
Hello in there.
And that startles him, and he jumps to his feet, and he reaches for his sword, only to realize that he doesn't have his sword anymore because he dropped it on the floor in the tower when you scared him with your magic.
I won't hurt you.
He's like, you won't?
Unless you attack me.
Well, I don't want to attack you. That's for sure.
Then I won't attack you.
And I'll attack you, and I quickly squeeze through.
You squeezed, okay.
I'm
And he goes,
stuck.
oh!
No, I'm stuck in the door. I won't pay you.
She won't.
She won't?
Fine, I won't. Only if you pay me $1. I mean, give me a gold coin, and I won't kill you.
Oh. And you see his brows come down a little bit. He's like, you want my gold?
I'm kidding. Here's a sip of whiskey.
Can you roll an insight check for me?
Okay.
I assume Dave will just casually stroll through this
And
area.
Not a natural one.
you got a natural one? Okay, so you don't pick up anything new off of this interaction. So yeah, Dave, you very easily could just saunter into this. Being a halfling, you could just work your way through everyone's legs and just show up right in the middle of all of them.
Okay. What are we going to do with our horses?
I squeeze tiny ginger through.
well to be clear, this entrance is into a very small opening. There's nowhere else to go from this area. So
Squeeze
it still
your
looks like
butt.
the only way to get into the mountain is through the closed door. This was just a side crevice that this soldier had managed to wedge himself into. So so the dragonborn's like, so what are you gonna do with me?
Nothing.
Oh, well that's pretty sweet.
We'll let you free, but don't tell anybody, okay?
Oh yeah, no, well, it's I could do that, yeah, for sure. But I might forget to not tell people about it. If you got a couple gold pieces lying around,
How much do you need?
Don't give him it. He'll just steal it and then
20 gold.
No, he'll just tell someone. I don't trust you, and I punch him in the face.
All right, roll an attack for me.
You said you wouldn't hurt him. I lies. What did it? I got a 6. I got
You got a 6?
She just
Okay.
does this pathetic punches.
Yeah. So you run forward
No, I don't.
after telling him that you don't trust him in his close quarters combat.
No, I go.
But
like
he's
this.
quite a bit bigger than you.
I go like this.
And you go to swing at him, and he actually just grabs your hand out of the air.
And then I kick him in the balls.
Okay, roll another attack.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay. So he grabs, with his other hand, he grabs your ankle as you try to kick
And then
him.
with my other hand, I slap him. No, I punch him.
Well, hold on.
I got a 15.
Hold on. Okay. He goes to like grapple you,
And then I kick
he
him in the-
fails, and you do slap him across the face. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
You're
that
a liar. A big, fat liar. You call him fat? Yes.
for?" I'm just trying to make some money.
You have a mark on your face. And listen here, Mimi, the warrior and the awesomeness and the leader of my sidekick and the sidekick's sidekick. I can tell anybody if they're going to lie, no matter what.
Hold on. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. Give me some gold, and I'll tell you how to get into the mountain.
Deal. But
Deal.
only 1 gold will give you.
What? One? No.
5.
No. 20 gold.
10.
How about 15?
10.
I'll give you 15.
10.
That's our final offer. 15.
No.
15?
12
Yeah.
and 5 cents.
Why don't you roll a persuasion for me?
I get put 0 for it. 16.
16. He thinks about it. He's like, wait, how much gold? 15 gold and some silver?
No, I said 12 and 5 cents.
So 12 gold and 5 silver, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. But you gotta let me get out of here. There's you're all
You know
You're all in the way.
I'll make it 13.
Oh, awesome. Deal. 13 gold.
Give
Cool.
him 13 gold. You should be asking Dave right now. Hey, Dave, give him 13 gold.
Does Dave have 13 gold? Oh yeah, Dave has all the Dave clearly has all the gold, if this number is any indication.
No, I have 130 gold.
Something tells me that Mimi and Galaxy can't be trusted with the money of the group.
I have 998.
So Dave will give him the 13 gold and also cast Zone of Truth.
Uh-oh. Okay. Zone of Truth. Girls, you ready for this?
I have 1,002. Sorry, I
This
have
will catch
1,290.
actually everyone because it's such a small space, so everyone will be affected by Zone of Truth in here. So if you try to lie, you're going to... Is it a charisma saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. And all right. So you cast Zone of Truth. Girls, can you each roll a charisma saving throw for me?
Okay.
And so roll a d20 plus
17.
17, okay.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. All right. So Mimi, you can lie if you want to in the Zone of Truth. Galaxy, however, you cannot.
I'm dead.
And this dragonborn soldier in front of you, Dave, you're not sure if the spell worked or not.
Oh no.
Something tells you that this particular dragonborn is well practiced at lying and deception, and he might have resisted this.
How dare he?
Do it again.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Accept
That way. So
I don't
will.
trust him. Actually, give him 10 gold.
10 more gold.
No. 10 less.
The deal was 13 gold, miss.
No, I'll give him the 13, and
Hey,
I'll ask,
hey.
how do you open the door?
Okay, I have a question for you also. What's your name?
My name is Jin Cool, but people call me Jink.
Jinker. Jinx! Okay.
Kind of like Jinx, only just Jink.
Jink? Jink? Jink. Okay. I pull out my fluffy cloud notebook and write Jink, blah, blah, blah. Liar. Gave him 13 gold.
When you're keeping a ledger of the money that you give to this guy? Is that what's going on?
He must pay back because he robbed us.
What? Well, he doesn't see you writing this down, but
No, he robbed us 13 gold.
he did not. Dave gave him the 13 gold. He did not steal this from
I told
you.
you to make him steal our gold.
Okay, so Dave, you asked him the question: is how do you open the door?
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, it's easy. You the door only opens for dwarves, so you just need to find a dwarf. And
Show
since
us.
the deal was that I'll show you how to get in.
Show us.
There's a dwarf on the other side of the door that we use."
Show us.
He's like,
Is he
"Okay,
lying?
well you gotta get out of the way."
Is he lying? I moved.
You don't know. So do you all back out of the little cave that you're in to let Jink out?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, you
No.
gotta stand your ground.
Yeah. I'm like, show us.
You have,
He has to
I'm
show
tr-
us outside.
I step back one step. Show us.
Okay, he walks past you, moving things along, and he walks not fast, not like he's trying to get away from you, but briskly. He walks back in front of the door,
He's skipping.
and no, he's not skipping. He's not thrilled to be in the situation, but he's not that upset about it either, because it's like he just made a quick 13 gold out of this.
Yeah, because he's
And-
a liar.
Yeah,
I wrote it in my notepad. He got away with it. I want to make a rap about this. Woohoo! My name is Joe, and I have no rhyme. His name is also Joe, and he has no rhyme also.
Okay.
My name is Joe.
Okay. So Jink leads you over to a large snowbank that's maybe 15, 20 feet away from the door. And he says, it's in there.
I hold on to his sleeve so he doesn't run away.
Okay. He looks at you and he's like, "Are you trying to hold my hand?"
No, I'm trying to make sure you don't go away.
Oh. Okay.
He likes
Well-
you. Ew, bleh.
So, but this is it. This is the key to get in the door.
Show me.
Can you roll an intimidation for me?
19.
Thank you.
Oh,
19.
man.
So his eyes dart around a little bit. Not like you caught him in a lie or something like that, but he was just kind of hoping not to be here any longer, I guess. But he reaches forward and he takes his big red clawed hand and he brushes some of the snow aside. And underneath, you see a frozen dwarf under the snow.
You freeze these dwarfs to death. Let me at him.
It's like, no, we didn't do this. This is we found this guy up here, and
Then why is he still frozen?
because it's cold, and Zelane he had someone cast some magic on it to preserve him in the ice as much as he could.
Did you say Zelane? Do
Yeah.
you work for him?
Yeah, but he doesn't pay very well. So if hey, I could be your guide for more gold.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, just all right. So this take this dwarf.
I'll give you 5 pieces
Just,
of gold. No, don't. Bad, Galaxy. And I spray it with a water bottle.
5 pieces of gold for what?
Just to show us around.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
No! I only have 121,293 gold left.
Do you say that out loud? No,
Yeah.
Okay. His eyes get really big. He's like, "You have that much gold on you?" Okay. No, I'd 5 gold. Yeah, I'd love to show you around.
But
Here.
listen here.
And he bends over and he picks up the frozen dwarf that's in literally a block of ice. And so he picks the dwarf up and he grunts a little bit with the effort and he waddles under the effort and moves the body over towards the door. And as he gets to the door, you hear this ka-chunk, and you hear the grinding of stone on stone as the door slowly creeps up and dust and ice and snow breaks off from it and the door sinks up into the ceiling and is completely open now.
I have one more question, Jink.
Sure. And he waddles back over and he's putting the frozen dwarf back into the snowbank where he found it.
Back in the hide-a-key
Yes.
area.
What's your part? Like, what do you do for Zelane?
Well, I'm a guard, but
What do
I'm not very
you
good at
do?
it, so they put me out here with Czar because this is where they put all the really crappy guards, or they put people out here for punishment.
You know, if you lie, I can hurt you.
Well, sure. But where's the money in that? I'm just trying to earn a decent gold piece here and there.
Well, you were lying to us seconds ago.
What was I lying? What did I lie about? I didn't lie about anything.
You'll see.
Oh,
Okay, now show us. Show us the tour.
Okay. Yeah.
Sweating a little bit,
Did Jed catch up with us?
Yep. Jed's caught up with us now.
but he's just silent.
Well, do you have any questions for Jed? Maybe.
No. Jid, is this guy lying?
He says, I don't think so, but I sense a great deal of possibilities of lying from him in the future. It's
Dave,
like,
surfer boy.
no, I don't know who you are, but that's not a very nice thing to say to someone that you just met. I mean, I've been nothing but helpful to these two elves and this halfling here, and I'm about to show them into the mountain here and give them the grand tour. All right,
You
Galaxy.
mean for a year?
Did you give the extra 5 gold to
Me?
to Jink.
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay. So he says, well, come on in. And he walks in the door. And just like on the other side of the mountain, there's a huge staircase that leads miles down into the center of this mountain. And you look back at Jed and you can see him like hang his head a little bit and just like, oh, more stairs.
You go first, Jink.
And he says, I'm happy to, yeah. So this is Zelane's mountain, yeah. He lives way down there. That's where he's got his treasure room, and that's where the other Dreadnaughts, the other dragonborn soldiers like me, where they're at. But like I said, they stick some of us up here just to guard this place in. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be fired now because they let you guys in. But that's okay, because, you're paying me gold, and, so I still got a job.
Wait,
so.
what happens when you're fired?
Well,
Is it because it's a fire giant? Is that why you get fired?
That should be your next joke.
He gives you this stony face look. He's like, yeah, I've never heard that joke before.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I could tell it to you then. Dave looks extremely proud of himself.
So, well, if they catch me with you, then just saying, I'm gonna have to act like you're my prisoners, or I'm gonna probably run away. Just saying.
But if you get fired, will he kill you?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Oh, I feel so bad for
Don't be. He's the liar.
No, I feel bad for him.
I've been completely truthful with you about this. I mean,
Okay, I'm very...
I don't think I've told you a single lie since we met, and now all of a sudden I get labeled as a liar. I'm not quite sure what to do with this. I mean,
I am very judgmental. I'm a very
Obviously,
judgmental
yeah.
person. But you better listen.
we've all got personal flaws that we need to work on.
My flaw is I have an addiction of being a bunny.
Yeah.
We know when you're lying.
Okay.
And I have my sword.
So as he walks you down the stairs, you've got lots of time to kill because it's miles of stairs going down, but it's definitely easier going down than going up.
My arms are just wanting to kill. Especially
And
liars.
he says, "So, what brings you all over to Zelane's side of the mountain?"
Well, we have a question. Yeah, a question.
A question for Zelane?
Mhm.
Oh,
We know where some more dragonborns that the dragonborns lady likes, and I nudged Jed saying, "Sorry, I don't mean you. I mean others." And I have quotations.
air quotations?
Yeah, behind my back.
Wait, so you're trying to tell Jink that you know of where there's another dragonborn village?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, can you roll a deception for me? You got a natural one.
Oh.
Okay. So he looks at you and just shrugs. He's like, well, Zelane kind of has all the dragonborn that he needs right now. Plus, there's a couple of other fire giants that he has down there. And there's some other creatures that he has that were given to him by this Christofferson guy. I think, what did he call them? There's something they're like guard drakes or something like that. They're like these big dragon dogs. I don't like to mess with them too much. And also further down, there are these weird fire newt creatures that they don't come into our area too long, or too often. But yeah, so I guess you could go after them too if you wanted to.
Do you have a wife?
No, it's just me, myself, and I.
Do you have friends?
Not a lot. Zara was kind of my friend, but I didn't like how much she liked killing people. That sort of rubs me the wrong way,
Yeah. Do you have any pets?
No.
Where do you live?
Well, I live down in the Dreadnaught barracks.
Who's your grandma?
My grandma? I never knew my grandma.
Who's your mom?
I don't know. I've never met her.
Do you want me to bring your grandma back? Are you an orphan?
I guess so. They
Do you have any siblings?
I kind of think of the other soldiers as my siblings, but I don't get along with them very well.
Do you have to use the bathroom? Do you have any chips and salsa? I'm hungry.
I don't have to go to the bathroom, and I've got some soldier rations I could give to you.
Yeah, rations.
Can I roll insight as he's telling all these things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, 21.
Okay.
I'm just distracting.
So, like, everything, there's this barrage of questions that are coming out of Galaxy is seems to be like catching Jink off guard, and as far as you can tell, everything that he has just answered has been completely on the up and up. It seems like that he's telling the truth about all of this stuff.
I really wanted some of it to be a lie. Namely, all the things that are down there. I kind of wanted that not to be true.
What's your favorite TV show?
I don't know what that is. Why are you here again? Because it's not, you don't know where there's more dragonborn. So why are you here?
I ask people about their life.
Why?
Cause I put it on a TV. What?
I don't know what that is.
It's a big screen that moves, and you can watch stuff on it. You know how you just watch a rock? Except it moves, and you get glasses from that. Glasses makes you see better. It's made out of rocks.
So you see his eyes glaze over as he stops listening to what you're saying, and he sort of nods his head non-committally, and he turns on his heel and keeps walking down the stairs.
Are you listening to me?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And what did I just say?
Well, further down this way,
I asked where babies come from, so tell me.
where babies come from? Well, all of our babies come from the Dragonborn village. That's where I came from. They got.
Ew! What's your favorite type of gun?
I don't know what a gun is.
Have you heard of Deadpool?
No. Okay.
Am I annoying?
And
Are you sure? 'Cause I find myself very not annoying. Have you ever heard of Duff beer? It's really good.
Okay.
It tastes like fruit juice.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What kind of people does Zane have?
Well, he's got a couple of other fire giants down here with him, besides us Dreadnaughts. That's what he calls his guard. But we're all made up of, gold and red dragonborn like me. But in fact, we're coming up on the first landing here in a little bit. This is actually where Hagatha resides.
Who is he? Agatha.
Hagatha, it's a she.
Agatha.
She's kind of Zelane's right-hand woman.
Are they married?
No, they're not. They're not married.
Aww.
'Cause there's-
get invited to their wedding. I can be a bridesmaid.
Well, so we're gonna have to be really quiet as we go by, because you don't want to mess with Hagatha. So Jink he slows down quite a bit, and you can see down below that there is a large opening off of the stairwell, and it looks like that someone had carved into the stairs a large chunk, and they did it with some skill, but not nearly as much skill as what the original dwarf inhabitants of this mountain would have done. So they basically just chunked out a large section of the stairwell and made it a flat landing, and it drops down about 12 feet from the stairs onto this flat landing, and then they carved a hole out into the wall that it looks like it goes in about 100 feet.
Uh-huh.
So Jink approaches. And he's like, be very, very quiet. And so I'm going to need everyone to roll a stealth check for me.
Oh, no.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm okay being sneaky.
Dave got an 18.
A 10.
You got a 10?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone did pretty good with that. So going with the average of the group, so there's been a couple of hiccups. So you have to help each other lower down this 15-foot drop onto this landing. And when you get down into the landing, you know, the armor and the other weapons of everybody and your equipment, they jingle and jangle a little bit. And the ponies can't make the drop down.
I thought they didn't. Oh, yeah, they came with us. I never knew that.
Yep, the ponies are still with you.
I go on the tiny ninja.
Well, you can't. It's unless Galaxy can, or one of you can cast some spells to get the 3 ponies down here.
No.
So,
I thought they came down.
no,
Sorry.
well, they came all the way down to this landing, but they can't make the 15-foot drop.
Aww. I can make bacon fly. Then she'll be a peckercorn.
You could cast fly on her if you had the spell slots for it.
I mean a Pegasus.
So another thing that hits you is that when you get to the landing, you feel heat just radiating out of this opening where Hagatha is supposedly.
Did we ask, is Hagatha a fire giant?
She is a fire giant. She is Lane's right-hand woman.
Oh. I think we have to leave the ponies.
Unless you can think of a way to get them down.
Oh, I know.
Do you have a helpful idea?
I have a shovel. I could just dig them down.
No, it's stone. You can't. Do you have a pickaxe?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I have.
And that would make a lot of noise.
I have an explorer's pack.
Actually, the funny thing is, does an explorer's pack have a pickaxe in it?
I think it has a rope.
You don't have a great way of getting the ponies down. So do
You
you
know what?
do you want to investigate this area of where Hagatha is, or do you want to keep going past
Let's
this?
just keep going.
We don't want to check out Hagatha?
Nope. Nah.
Okay.
Did you say nay? Nah.
And so you walk a little ways away, so make your way down a couple of circles around the staircase and get away from it. And Jink says, "Okay, I think we're far enough away now that we can don't have to be sneaky or quiet anymore. That's good, because you really don't want to mess with Hagatha. I mean, she's she's really protective of those keys that she's got to Zelane's treasure room."
Let's go back.
Yep.
What do you mean go back? You want what?
Well, don't you want to get a couple? You want some money, don't you?
Well, yeah, but you were gonna pay me. Wait, you think that you could get into Zelane's treasure room?
Maybe. Hey, we are the 3 musketeers.
We defeated a black dragon before.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Look in the history book.
Yeah, think how much more you could get paid if we had the treasure room. Also, I like the idea that it's already in the history books that we defeated the dragon. Immediately put into all history books.
Well, and especially since
chapter
this
14,
technically takes
page
place
56.
before the battle with the dragon, because we
True.
went back in time.
We did?
Yes, that's why we're with Jed, and he's a young Jed, and he has no idea who we are.
That's how it's in the history books, because we told Jink and he put it in the books before we even did it. Time travel.
We never knew that. We never knew that we time traveled. You never told us.
Yes, we have talked about that, and you even made the observation when you met a young Jed. You were the one that said that we went back in time.
I was?
All right. Okay. So
Bad memo, Boogie.
Jinx. Well, okay. There's a lot of gold and magical items in that treasure room.
Magical item.
So I really don't recommend that you try and fight this lady. But so what's What's the plan?
We're going to fight the lady.
Oh,
That's exactly the opposite of what I said to do.
yeah. I mean, we could try and sneak in there and take the keys.
Let's go back up on our tippy toes.
All right.
On our snipper toes.
Couldn't one of you turn invisible?
Done. I think I can.
You should try and steal the keys.
I didn't pick that. I didn't pick that.
You didn't pick that as one of your spells?
Well, I can speak with it and say, can you please give us? We'll give you all his treasure.
What's the plan? What is it that you want to do?
We're going to fight it.
You're going to fight Hagatha.
I don't know.
I better call Mommy.
Dad, what do I do?
We better tell her that we're not going to be here home for supper.
Do we want to try and steal the keys? And if we can't, then we fight her?
Yeah.
You might be onto something, sidekick. Street name, Surfer Boy.
I know that the group doesn't have a lot of spell slots left either.
Let's take a long rest.
So that's one thing to consider as well, is that you're not at your full capacity and power at the moment.
Hey, Jinx, that's your name, right?
Jink.
Jink, can I just talk to the four of us really quickly?
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll be over here if you need me.
Okay.
And he wanders up the stairs about 20 feet away.
He's going to be running away. Let's go chase after him.
Okay, Galaxy, you go watch him, okay? Okay. So, does anybody have a spell that we could make sure he does not run away while we take a long rest?
I just have a quick question. Are you speaking Draconic or language that Dave
But
can
if you
understand?
spoke Common, he wouldn't be able to understand. He only speaks Draconic.
Well, does anybody have a spell that maybe we could make sure he doesn't run away while we take a long rest?
Don't you have a spell like Pass Without a Trace that makes everyone super duper sneaky?
I don't want everyone to be super sneaky. I want him to stay put when we have a long rest.
Well, we could take turns on watch, and Dave remembers that he has this dagger, and he holds it out, and we can't be surprised. Or, we can't be surprised.
Right, it's a dagger of warning. That's right.
Yeah.
We could do that if we take a long rest. Okay. Let's all meet together again. That's our plan, you guys.
What about the guy?
Okay, guy, I said everyone meet together. I said everybody, even...
I can hear you about 20 feet
No,
away.
you're still with the group.
Oh, I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we're back. Guys, I think I know how to get in. I'm going to use my spell, Pass Without a Trace, so we're so sneaky.
Wait, so... go back. So, are we taking a long rest,
No.
and then we're going to be doing
That's
that?
our plan if we do take a long rest. Right now we're going to sneak.
Okay, we're gonna try and
Sneaky
sneak in.
styles.
Okay, and you're gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yeesh, on the whole, bam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, this is a new spell for you, Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, I've never used it.
All right, so how does this work? Okay, so this is a concentration spell for up to an hour. So this gives everyone a plus 10 bonus to their dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. So who's the sneakiest person in the group?
I get a +3 for dexterity.
I get a
That's
plus,
pretty sneaky.
I get a +0.
So it'd be under stealth, actually. But look at the
Dave
stealth
also
skill.
has a +3.
Moonbeam.
And I
So Birdie, what is your stealth for Galaxy?
+3.
+3? Okay. And Neil, for Dave, you get a +3 on stealth as well?
Yep.
All right, so this lasts for an hour. So you cast Pass Without a Trace on the entire group, right? Mm-hmm. All right, remember, this only lasts for an hour. So it's a veil of shadows and silence that radiates out from you and masks and covers the entire group. Everyone now feels super duper stealthy because it makes it much harder to see each other, and suddenly all of the noise around you has been dampened down. So any loud footsteps suddenly becomes just like the pitter patter of just a bunny running across the
Oh, if
stone.
you turn into a bunny, Sam, it'll be like nothing.
You'd be like Ninja Bunny.
What?
I'm like a bunny. I'm like a bunny. I'm like
No,
a
it's
bunny.
I'm a bunny.
No, I'm a human right now, but
Oh,
I'm like a bunny.
all right. So now the question is, do all of you want to go into this hallway where Hagatha is?
No!
Or do you just want to send one or two people in?
Let's go, all of us.
You want to do everybody?
Okay,
No.
Dave's ready.
No, I stay out.
Fun Galaxy stays out,
As God. Oh, God!
but all us four go.
All right. So
Get
I'm
out of the
gonna
treasure.
I'm gonna need everyone to roll a stealth check again,
You and me?
Except her.
and we're gonna do an average of everybody. So
Fine, I'll come.
remember to add 10 to your roll.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, never mind. I forgot.
21.
Dave is
playing with
lucky,
now.
so I will throw that one away, right? That's how that works?
That's right. Yep. Anyone.
Okay. And oh, nope. So that means I got a 26.
26.
Only because I have a plus 10.
All right. So the lowest roll that we got was a 19 from the group.
Oh,
And who was that?
I don't remember. I was doing an average. So just to give you an idea, so the group got an average of over 20, and that's going to do it to beat the perception check of Hagatha as we're coming into this room. So again, the hallway that we went down there, you're all sneaking along, going along the side, the stone walls. And again, it's not the worst craftsmanship that you've seen in the stonework, but it's just not as good as what the dwarves would have been.
We'll just
would
say
built.
it's not the best.
It's not the best. And as you get down the hallway, the heat and the temperature gets hotter and hotter, and sweat starts to break out on your brow, and it starts to come dripping down because of how hot the air is getting. And the air is getting drier and drier as you go in, and the light starts to get brighter, and eventually you come to a turn.
Awesome!
And when you look around it, you can see a huge roaring fire in a giant fireplace. And it looks like that this is kind of a living room area, but all the furniture and desks and the rugs on the floor are oversized. They're built for a 20-foot tall person.
Bigger than Jed.
And you see a woman, a fire giant woman. This giant that is sitting in a chair is sleeping. And she has very dark bluish gray skin and bright red hair.
Can I see?
But she's wearing very thick plate mail armor, and there are two large spiked shields that are leaning up against her chair. And here's a picture for you girls, if you want to see what she looks like.
That's
Ooh.
her.
Yep, that's her.
That'll be fine.
I can. Oh, that's a girl?
That's a girl.
Looks like a boy.
It's a boy.
Nope, that's Hagatha.
Hey,
And that's when Jinx says, that's her. And he also says, the keys to her treasure, to the Zelane's treasure room is hanging off of her belt. And you can see a ring of gold keys that's hanging off of a hook towards her back hip, that's hanging out the back of this large stone chair.
Dave, go.
wait, what's the floor?
Wait.
What's the floor? Like, is it wood?
It's
or
stone.
Okay.
It's all stone.
Dave, go!
Wood, could
Hold on. Dave, first off, Dave wants no part of that idea. How heavy would you say that the keys are?
The keys, they're probably somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds.
Can I
Since the floor is stone, can I maybe do meld into stone and like climb up her belt and take the keys and then?
Yeah, unfortunately, no, that's not the way meld into stone works. Once you meld into it, you stay in that one spot. So, but you can't like move through stone or walk through it.
That's dumb. Sad.
Well, I mean, if they're 10 pounds, we could definitely use the best spell in the entire game. AKA Mage Hand.
Maybe we take one key at a time. What if we take one key at a time?
All right, so
You haven't used Mage Hand in a lot,
it has been a while since you used Mage Hand. All right. Let me. I'm gonna roll for this to see exactly how heavy the keys are. They're 15 pounds.
No, can you just lower it by 5, please?
Just lower it by 5.
Please.
So I tell you what, it's the ring that's on her belt does look like that you might be able to pull off the individual keys.
And how?
And there are 3 keys, so each key is about 5 pounds.
Mage Hand.
It can't carry more than 10 pounds.
No, but you could do one at a time, and we would have to try and like catch them, and then you could get the next one.
I just boing, boing. Wait, is it made out of plastic?
Nope, they're metal keys.
Of course
They
it
each
would.
weigh They each weigh 5 pounds.
And there's 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do one at a time. Mage Hand?
Mage Hand, okay. Can you... I need you to roll a sleight of hand for me.
Slide of hand. 14.
14, okay. You get the first one off without a problem. And it comes off of the ring and it floats in the air towards you in your mage hand.
Dave, take it!
So the key comes floating over to you, Dave.
Key.
And you snatch it out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
It's this heavy key that's like, I don't know, it's like a foot long, made out of solid metal. All right, so you're gonna go for the second one now. Roll another sleight of hand.
11.
11. Okay. So just as you're about to pull that ring off, Hagatha shifts in her chair. And can you roll a stealth for me?
Plus 10.
14.
14? Okay.
Would we still have pass without a trace or no?
Yep, you still have pass without a trace. Okay. And so you managed to hold the key right there and actually shift the key with her as she's moving in her chair, and she doesn't wake up.
Okay, my next one.
Wait, well, so you bring this key over.
Mimi, take it!
Oh, I catch it.
All right. So this large 10-pound key or 5-pound key lands in your hands. Looks very similar to the one that Dave has, but this one's a little bit more intricate. And so the third key, roll one more sleight of hand.
Ooh.
Seven.
Oh no.
Okay. Can you roll stealth one more time? Only this time you have disadvantage on it.
What
But
does
you
that
do.
mean?
You roll it twice and you take the lower of the two, but you still get to add 10.
So that would be 17. Or 28.
Okay.
17.
So unfortunately, 17 is not good enough. And Hagatha's eyes snap open. And she sees the group standing towards the entrance of her living room, and she reaches down and grabs her shield and jumps to her feet in a roar of anger. All right. Well, Neil, thank you so much for joining us.
That's terrifying. I'm glad I don't have to deal with an enraged fire giant.